Yeah, I gotta be honest, Big Tone. I had to fall back from your boy, man, the locker room, man.
Man, I went out tell you. I've been telling you, nigga. You ain't want to listen. That boy
Nah, it's
is
not. It's
that
not
boy
that I
is a
didn't.
true. That boy is a
Yo,
two-way player, bro. He's the
a
only nigga.
two-way player.
He's a two-way player, bro. He's the only nigga that keep LeBron picture up no matter what he
Two-way
talk
player.
about.
Yo, Big Tone, the dude was talking. Like my thing is, anytime you beat him in a debate, he always got a condescending narrative,
Of course.
like, oh, you guys don't know basketball and all of this shit. So I'm like, all right, well, debate me then. He like, oh, nobody debates. We just fans. Our debates don't matter. And I'm like, so why the fuck you got a show called The Smoke Show? Like, it's just too much of moving the goalposts for me. And it's like, I just did basketball talk. I ain't talk about none of the extra corny shit he was doing, but
I
just
told you.
basketball talk. When it came down to basketball content, I was whooping his ass. And he got disrespectful. He got disrespectful to somebody on my panel, so I stopped fuck with him. You know how I know it was bad? He came all the way. He came to my Facebook. Like I never seen nobody go from sorting somebody out on Facebook from
You heard his
YouTube.
feelings. You heard his
Like,
feelings.
bruh,
Yeah,
I
that's
went to his
crazy.
page. He kept calling. He kept putting my picture. I said, "Yo, you keep putting my picture up." Because he like to make my sound bite part of his show. I never seen nothing like this where somebody that's a different blogger on a different stream takes your sound bite and DJs your shit. Like he's like a fucking DJ.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, folks, we are back, man. We are back, folks. We got to talk about this Dak Prescott situation, folks. We have to talk about the Dak Prescott situation. One of the more bizarre stories that I've heard as it pertains to, Dak Prescott, folks. As you guys know, this dude, ladies and gentlemen, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I hop on social media, I hop on Twitter, and they're saying that Dak Prescott has broken up with his fiance 1 month before their wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into it, okay, I just want to ask all the regular niggas that's listening to this show. All right? We have a lot of evidence now.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
First time in a long time.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Hurting deeply inside.
I'm sorry, folks. I keep forgetting to unplug this damn Alexa thing. Now, once again, I want to ask a question to all you regular niggas out there. Okay? I want to ask you guys a question. This is a serious question. We saw Tom Brady, okay, lose his whore to, what was it? Her jiu-jitsu instructor? Am I correct on that, folks? Didn't Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl champion, didn't he lose his whore to a jiu-jitsu instructor? Do I have that correct, folks? This is Tom Brady, okay? Now, we also now have Dak Prescott. He just lost his whore. So, I have a serious question to all you regular niggas out there. Right? Why are you still trying?
First time in a long time. Hurting deeply inside.
Folks, I just played the audio of Drake. Drake is about to be 40 this year. Drake's about to be 40, folks. He's still crying about these whores. Okay? He's still crying. He's still getting played. Tom Brady lost his whore. Dak Prescott just lost his whore. So, I have a question to the regular, everyday, working, average man here in America. Why are you still trying? It's fries, gang. It's fries. Put the fries in the bag. It's over. This isn't 1955 anymore, dude. Okay? The whole concept of marriage and all that, it's fries, gang. It's fries. Put the fries in the bag and call it a day. All right? Dak Prescott is in the huddle. He's at the line of scrimmage, folks. He's calling plays. Here we go. He's calling plays, folks. And then you have these whores, folks, they're running plays as well, man. Come on, man. You guys gotta wake up, dude. Dak Prescott isn't the only one running plays, folks. It looks like his fiance is running plays as well. Now, you guys see the title of the show. Dak Prescott's girlfriend secures the bag, right? Then what, folks? Then dumps him before the wedding. Folks, she's already got the children. It's over. Guess what, Dak? Now you're gonna fund her lifestyle for the next 18 years. Okay? Congratulations. You played yourself.
First time in a long time.
LeBron fans.
Hurting deeply inside.
Folks, does this sound like a good deal to you guys? Dak Prescott has to slave away his entire teenage, young adult years to make it playing the game of football. And some skis bag gets to slide in, spread her cheeks, spread her legs, get clapped up, right? And now guess what? Now she shits out 2 of your kids, right? And now she says, you know what? I don't need you anymore. I'm good. I got 2 kids. I don't need you anymore. You're no longer needed. You're no longer needed. Now, who is this woman, folks? Let's do some research real quick, folks. Who is this woman? This seems to be another Kobe Bryant Vanessa story, folks. This seems to be another Kobe Bryant Vanessa story, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this seems to be to me. Okay? Now, this is the woman in question that played my guy, Dak Prescott, folks. This is the woman in question, Sarah Jane. Now, her bio says a certified wine and spirits specialist. Can anybody explain to me what that means? Can anybody explain that? What does that mean, folks? What is a certified wine and spirits specialist? What does that mean? I'm a little bit confused here, folks. What do you sell liquor? What do you mean you're a wine and spirits specialist? What do you know the difference between tequila and vodka?
I was feeling like nobody really loved me. Like the bitch I love really tried to dub me.
Folks, I don't want to disrespect her career path. Okay? She's a certified wine and spirits specialist, folks. So what does that mean? This man said she's a professional alcoholic. He said she specializes in
First time in a long time. Hurting deeply inside.
Oh my God. This nigga said she specializes in drinking. This man said a cashier at the local liquor and smoke shop. Basically, Brian Russell. Basically. That's basically what she does, folks. She's a cashier at the local liquor and smoke shop. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about? A certified wine and spirits specialist. Is that what they're calling it now, folks? Is that what they're calling it now? Folks, this is insane. So basically, what do we have here? We have the 2026 version of Vanessa Bryant. That's what we have. We have the 2026 version of Vanessa Bryant. Now, folks, you guys know, right? Kobe Bryant did not want Kobe to get involved with a then 17-year-old Vanessa Bryant. All right? Now, Kobe ended up falling out, folks, with his people back in the day because he chose to move forward and proceed with Vanessa. Okay? Now, this is where I will give Dr. Umar Johnson some credit. Okay? Because I do believe Dr. Umar Johnson is right, folks, when he says this.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to marriage, folks, okay, Dr. Umar Johnson might be on to something, folks, when he tries to inform you brothers to stick with your sisters. Now, am I saying the sisters aren't gold diggers too? That's not what I'm saying, folks. They're gold diggers too. They all are. Let's just keep it above. We're going to get to that here in a second. They're all gold diggers, folks. When you're at this level of a Kobe or a Dak Prescott and your face is out there, your contract is out there, how much money you make is out there, everybody is familiar with you. Folks, they're all gold digging at that point. Nobody's there because of who you are as a person. Nobody's there because you're just this great guy and you're so handsome and blah, blah, blah. Nobody's there for that, folks. They're preying on you, man. They're praying. They prayed on Kobe. They prayed on my guy Dak, man. This is filthy work. This is nasty work, folks. But it's the reality. You're nothing but a target, dude. You're nothing but a target. But I do think that when it comes to marriage, folks, I don't know, man. It seems like when you dudes want to get with these Mexicans, and I'm just using Kobe and Dak as an example, folks, it just doesn't seem to last very long. Now, we all know Vanessa, she was trying to divorce Kobe years ago. You guys remember when Drake and Rick Ross and French Montana had that song called Stay Scheming back in the day? What did Drake say? Kobe's about to lose 150 M's. Kobe, my nigga, I hate it had to be him. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You guys remember that, folks? Back in 2011 when Vanessa was getting ready to take Kobe to the cleaners. And then they mysteriously reconciled, folks, and they ended up staying together. Folks, she was going to take Kobe for half of everything that he had accumulated, folks. She was going to take that. No Diddy. She was going to take that, folks. Okay? This is what they do. This is what they do. So like I said, maybe Dr. Umar Johnson, folks, is on to something. Because, yeah, you dudes, I don't know, man. You just can't seem to pick them. Now, let's get into this article, folks, because this story gets a little bit bizarre. It gets a little bit bizarre, folks. So let's just get into it, okay? Dak Prescott splits from fiance just 1 month before their wedding. This is from the dailymail.com. Now, everybody's reporting on this, folks. Daily Mail, TMZ, everybody's reporting on this. So you guys can go look this up yourselves. So let's get into it. It says, Dak Prescott has broken up with his fiance, Sarah Jane Ramos, or Ramos, whatever, 1 month before their wedding, according to reports. Prescott and Ramos, who share 2 daughters together, were due to tie the knot in a lavish Italian ceremony in April, 3 years after first going public with their relationship. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me do some quick research for a second, okay? Now, how long has Dak Prescott, folks? How long has Dak been in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen? Dak Prescott, ladies and gentlemen, has been in the NFL for 10 years now, starting his career with the Cowboys in 2016. Folks, they went public with their relationship 3 years ago. She met Dak Prescott while he was in the NFL, folks. I don't know what Dak Prescott was thinking, dude. If you're gonna have a long-term wife situation where you start having kids and everything like that, you gotta find your chick, folks, before you go to the league on some LeBron and Savannah type shit. On some LeBron James, Savannah type shit, folks. You gotta lock your chick down early, okay? You gotta lock the one down early, folks. If you try to meet your chick while you're already in the NBA making hundreds of millions of dollars, it's over. It's over. She's not there for love. She's not. It's hard. It's hard, folks. Especially in today's generation of social media and Instagram. You're not gonna meet no... Folks, these chicks don't care about you niggas anymore. Gone are the days of getting to know a chick and figuring out what she likes and what she don't likes and her favorite food and her favorite color. Folks, they don't care. We live in the day and age of basically dating is now prostitution. Tell me I'm lying, folks. Today's day and age, folks, dating is basically prostitution. How much are we talking? How much for this kitty cat, folks? How much, man? I don't have time, folks, to sit here and text you all day. How was your day? What are you doing? Yada, yada, yada. Folks, those days, that was 15 years ago. That was 10 years ago. Where we would sit up on the phone and we would talk about each other's day and how much I missed you, baby, and all that. Those days are done. You're not finding a wife in 2026, gang. Not in America, at least. Not in America. Oh, and by the way, let me show you guys what my goat said earlier on Twitter. This is what my goat said. Somebody posted this. By the way, let me show you guys this. This is my goat, by the way. This is my goat. Look at what my goat said, folks. 6 hours ago. Future says American women are the hardest to impress. Quote, they're too masculine. Folks, you're not finding a wife anymore in America. I thought that was like common knowledge too. Somebody should have told Dak this, man. Come on, dude. You're out here still trying to be a good guy, dude. Do things the right way. Be a good guy. Get married. Start a family. Put the fries in the bag, gang. It's over. I mean, think about how crazy this is, folks. You're dating a chick, you propose to her, you're thinking this is going to be your wife forever. And then out the blue, y'all break up. And it's over. They said they got into a fight, folks. Hold on, let me get back into this article. This is insane. This is insanity. It says, claims the wedding is now off after the couple had a blow-up argument on their joint bachelor and bachelorette parties in the Bahamas? So let me ask you guys a question, folks. Does that sound like a good idea, folks? Number one, to have a joint bachelor and bachelorette party. We know what guys do on bachelor parties, folks. We know what guys do. Guys want to get them some stripper whores. It's their last hurrah, folks. It's their last hurrah. There's no telling what her and the girls did. They probably had some male strippers or something come through, man. Come through, swing some dick around. Come on, man. That's your genius idea. Have a joint bachelor and bachelorette party together. No, dude. You send her to the Bahamas and you go to Turks or something, dude. Go to St. Bart or something. Go to Trinidad and Tobago. You need to be away from that. Why are y'all having a joint bachelor and bachelorette party? That was your first mistake. So what did they have? A blow up at their bachelorette party. Okay. So what was this about, folks? Who knows? Who knows? The report claims that Ramos, a certified wine and spirit specialist, was the one who called it off. Just days after on Instagram. Folks, when are you guys going to realize that simping gets you nowhere in 2026? When are you guys going to realize that? I'm asking a serious question at this point. You guys are still trying to be good people, man. Seriously? In 2026, you guys are still trying to be good people, man. You guys don't understand you guys don't understand life, man. You guys don't get it. You guys still don't get it. You're still out here trying to be a white knight. You're still out here trying to be the good guy. You're still out here simping, getting on one knee, doing all this shit for Instagram, because that's all this stuff is for. It's for this. It's for the picture. It's for Instagram. It's to make her feel special. What do they always say? When you put her on a pedestal, she's gonna... here's the quote. When you treat her like a celebrity, she's gonna treat you like a fan. You're on bended knee in 2026. It's 2026. And niggas is still getting on one knee. Niggas are still pandering. Niggas are still simping. Niggas are still white knighting. For whores. It makes no sense. So think about it, right? He proposed to her, but she called things off. He proposed to her, but she calls things off. He asks for her hand in marriage. She asks to break up. You want to know what this means, folks? She was using you the entire time. That's what that means, folks. Because really, think about this for a second, right? How can you upgrade from Dak Prescott as a woman? Do you know how much money Dak Prescott makes, folks? Where are you going to go from Dak Prescott? So you're gonna break up with Dak Prescott to go where? There's nowhere to go but down. There's nowhere to go but down. You're not gonna upgrade from Dak Prescott. Who are you gonna go get? You can't go get LeBron. You can't go get Steph. Where are you going? You're not gonna go get Josh Allen. You're not getting Justin Herbert. Maybe, I don't know, Chad. Maybe she thinks she can go get Lamar Jackson. I don't know. Lamar's still single. Lamar's still single. Lamar's playing the game the right way. Lamar's playing the game the right way. You got all these simp niggas, Josh Allen, Dak, all these simps getting on one knee, crying over these hoes. Dak's doing the right thing, folks. Not Dak, but Lamar. Lamar's doing the right thing, folks. Dropping dick off. That's it. That's all there is to do in 2026, folks. Drop some dick off and that's it, man. Go to sleep. Call it a night. No, y'all want to lay up with them and cuddle and, you want to spoon and shit. You want to hold her. You want to bathe her and feed her. You want to clothe her. No, she doesn't want that. She just wants the money. And she wants you to go so she can continue to be a whore. They get claustrophobic with you niggas always on top of them. They want space. They want to be free. They don't want to have to answer to you. They don't want to have to tell you where they're going. They don't want to have to do all that. Y'all, see, this is the problem. You dudes are still operating in a 1955 mentality, and we're in 2026. This is not the 1950s where women couldn't work and they couldn't make their own money and they needed you for their survival. We're in 2026, man. These chicks are making more money than the niggas. And y'all are still out here trying to get married? That's a foreign concept. Marriage is a foreign concept, folks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. Marriage is a foreign concept. Why are you getting married in 2026? Why? Why? Shout out to GD with the $5 super chat.
First time in a long time.
LeBron fans.
Hurting deeply inside.
Folks, you have Drake who's 40 years old. Even he can't find a wife. It's fries. It's over. If you don't find your sweetheart, the love of your life, if you don't find her by a certain age, the probability that you're going to find her as you get older, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, folks. You have Drake. Drake's a billionaire. He's still crying about getting played by these hoes. Tom Brady's still getting played by these hoes. Dak Prescott's still getting played by these hoes. You want to know why? Because y'all keep trying to be good people. Stop that. Shout out to GD. He says, 50 says, have a baby by me, be a millionaire. These women getting 3 checks bi-weekly. One from a center, one from a point guard, and one from a linebacker. Yeah, you guys see Lil Bow Wow's baby mama. What's her name? Joey Chavez or whatever her name is. She got a baby by Trayvon Diggs, a baby by Future, and a baby by Bow Wow. And she was one of Diddy's concubines. She was one of Diddy's concubines. This is the era of the whore, man. I don't understand you dudes. This is the era of social media and whores. Marriage is over. And I get it. A lot of you niggas are real life simps at heart. You're a simp at heart. So you want the Disney fairy tale love story. You're like, you You niggas are like these hoes. Matter of fact, you're actually worse because y'all still believe in this Disney fairy tale idea of love, bro. It's like Santa Claus, gang. I was a kid when I realized wasn't no fat white man coming down my chimney. I realized a long time ago the tooth fairy wasn't real. You have grown men still believing in the tooth fairy. Still believing in Santa Claus. Still believing in love. Gang, love is not real. It's I'm sorry, chat, to hurt you guys. It's not real, man. It's not a real concept, dude. It's not. You know who loves you? Your mother. Your parents, your close family, and your children. That's about it, folks. Those are the people that love you. When you walk out your door and you go into the real world, nobody cares about you. It's all about what you can do for me. This nigga said pop out. This nigga said pop out. Folks, you niggas are 30 years old plus, still believing in a fairy tale. Grow the fuck up, dude. Seriously. Simping in 2026 is a choice, man. It's a choice at this point, folks. I can't even really blame the hoes at this point. Y'all are choosing to do this shit, dude, at this point, man. It's actually a little bit insane. I told y'all, I treat dating like prostitution, dude. I'm gauging how much you want. That's it. What do I need to spend? How much is going to get me in there? If it's in my price range, if it's in my budget, and I want to hit that bad, I'll spend it. But all this texting and what you doing and how was your day and what's your favorite color and call me. I don't play them games anymore, man. 10 years ago, I used to fall asleep on the phone with these hoes. I don't even talk on the phone anymore. I used to fall asleep on the phone with the hoes. I don't even talk to them anymore. I'm serious. I don't even call them anymore. You want to know why? Because nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares, folks. Nobody cares about your day. Nobody cares what you did. Nobody cares what you ate. They just want money. That's it. That's it. That's all they want is some money. Oh my God. So it says she posted a gallery of flicks from the vacation. Get this, folks. With more than a dozen girlfriends. Hold on. Let me show you guys this, folks. Let me show you guys this. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me show you the photos, folks. You guys see the photos on the thumbnail. Let me go to her Instagram. Let me go to her Instagram, folks. Folks. Let's keep it a buck, folks. Dak Prescott's fiance is a whore. Let's just keep it a buck, dude. Seriously, enough with all the BS, folks. Look at her friends, folks. Look at her friends. This was the bachelorette party. Oh, girl, don't let him talk to you like that, girl. Girl, you do not need that. You are a queen, boo. Yes, clock it. Oh, no, girl, did he just curse at you? Oh, girl, you are a queen, girl. Anybody would want you, queen. Clock it. Folks, if her friends are whores, she's a whore. Birds of a feather flock together. Simple as that, folks. If her friend is a whore, I don't care if she's not a whore. She could not be a whore initially. But if her friends are whores, you want to know what's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to influence bad behavior. Eventually, they will influence bad behavior. They're going to tell her to do X, Y, and Z, to leave your goofy ass. You don't need him, blah, blah, blah. This is what the friends are there to do. You want to know why? Because they're jealous. They want your life. They want your situation. But because they didn't get it, they're going to sabotage you and tell you to leave so you can go be a single mother. Now Shorty done listened to her friends. Now she's going to go back into the dating marketplace, a single mother of 2 kids. Because she's listening to her thought-ass friends say, yeah, leave him, girl. You don't need him. You're Sarah Jane. You're a certified wine and spirits specialist. What do you need Dak Prescott for? Look at the caption, folks. I truly believe you can get through anything in life as long as you have really great friends. I love these girls so much. Folks, these chicks are more in love with their friends than they are with you. You want to know why? Because with their friends, they can be who they really are. See, this is what you guys don't understand. When they're with their friends, they can be their real selves. But when they're with you, they got to fake it. Yeah, that's what's going on, folks. They're faking when they're with you. They're pretending like they're so wholesome. I'm this, amazing woman. Oh, I'm not a whore. I would never do that. She's putting on an act when she's around Dak Prescott, folks. You see how different she dresses around Dak, Dakota? Do you guys see? She's very modest around Dakota. She's a classy woman of excellence and standards. And then guess what, folks? When she gets around her friends, she becomes a total whore around her friends, folks. A total whore. She's posing half naked on social media. She's a complete whore. But because Dakota. But because Dakota is a simp, he's not able to identify what I'm pointing out to you guys. He's not able to identify these things. You guys keep falling for the good girl play. They're running plays, man. Come on. Bro, come on, man. They're running plays, man. It's a play. The same way when you walk up to the line of scrimmage and you're going, here we go. Set up. The same way you call them plays, they're running the same play. It's called the good girl play. Folks, how do you guys think I know this? They've ran the play on me. They do it all the time. It's one of the most used plays in the book, in the playbook. Pretend like you're a good girl, secure the bag, and then you conveniently morph back into a whore. Or it's the opposite. We just talked about this last night with the OF model, Mackenzie Valdez. Sometimes it could be the opposite. They start off as whores, they run their play, they make their money, and then they morph into a Christian. Come on, man. Y'all ain't listening to me, man.
First time in a long time.
LeBron fans.
I gonna tell you when the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespected the bitch.
He said she audible to Spider 2Y Banana. That's crazy. Yo, that is crazy. This man said she audibled to Spider 2Y Banana. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Folks, it's cold. It's a cold world out here, man. Y'all keep playing out here, bro. Like I said, what are you still doing being a nice guy in 2026? It doesn't get you anywhere. These chicks are evil, man. When you're nice, it's like a shark would it's like a shark in blood. Once they taste it, folks, it's over for you. Rest in peace. Folks, if you don't take anything away from this story, and you never know, they could get back together tomorrow. She could wake up 2 weeks from now and they might reconcile or whatever. I don't know. But this is the story today. If you take anything away from this story today, folks, being a nice guy gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere. What good is it being good to evil women? What is it? What do you get? Do you get a prize? Do you get a trophy? You don't get shit. You get spit on. You get disrespected. You get broken up with. You get violated. That's your prize. You get taken to the cleaner for being a clown, for being a simp. You get taken to the cleaner. Come on, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Twitter, man. We got almost 200 on Twitter, and we got another 120 on YouTube. Y'all do me a favor. If you're on Twitter, come over to YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Come into the chat. And let's talk about it, man. Dak Prescott, he got played, folks. The chick caught him, napping. The chick caught him napping, folks, on the field. The chick caught him napping on the field, folks, and she ran the most common play that all these chicks run, folks. It's the good girl play. Pretend like you're a good girl, you secure the kids, and then you conveniently go back to being a whore. Or the reverse good girl play, where they start off as a whore, they make money from OnlyFans, they make their millions, and then they conveniently become a Christian after. You guys don't see what's going on out here, man. It's an evil game, bro. It's evil out here, man. And y'all are still out here trying to be good people. These chicks are literally being whores, getting clapped all over the internet, and then once they've made enough money, they talk about they're a Christian. So now you're a Christian? After you just got nutted on? Now you're Christian? After you just posted yourself getting a facial on OnlyFans, now you're a Christian. Now you're a Christian wholesome woman. Really? Folks, he fell for the okie doke, folks. He fell for the okie doke. And this is what you guys are going to realize, bro. Y'all keep chasing after these beautiful women, these baddies. Folks, the baddies belong to the streets. The baddies belong to the game. They don't belong to you. You can't try to wife her up and put her in a home somewhere and think she's going to remain loyal. No. They want to be in the streets. They want to be out and about with their friends and having fun and traveling and taking trips and getting clapped. That's what they want. Nobody want to be tied down to you. It says the snapshots included a view of the group on a large yacht as well as Ramos driving a jet ski. They also appeared to arrive at their destination on a private plane. Folks, he gave her everything she could have ever wanted. And that was his problem. That was his problem. You gave her everything she could have ever wanted, and that's where you went wrong. You should have gave her nothing. You should have gave her dick and bubble gum, and she would have loved you till the end of time. But because you were a simp and you wanted to roll out the red carpet for her, right? And you wanted to get her flowers, and you wanted to fly her out on private planes and exclusive resorts, and you wanted to put her up in a nice home and do all this extra shit. And guess what? When she was dating guys before you, they didn't do half of that shit. And she still gave up the pussy. That's why when you simps come along, this is why y'all always end up getting played. Cause you wanna know why? These females know they don't even deserve that shit. She didn't deserve the private plane and the house with the cars. That was for you and your family. That was for you. And all the people that struggled with you on your way up. That was for them. You gave it to a whore. You niggas is clowns, man. You put her on a large yacht. You put her on a jet ski. And you put her on a private plane. For what? For what? Like I said, bro, listen, fellas. This is some real game I'm spitting right now. This is some real shit right now. If she's not a virgin, fellas, she don't deserve this level of treatment. If she's not a virgin, or if she's not close to a virgin, folks, she doesn't deserve all of this. That's the problem. You dudes be doing the most for chicks with 20. I mean, let's be honest, folks. The chick is fine. She's fine, folks. She's a good-looking woman, right? She went public with Dak 3 years ago. Dak is in his 30s, right? Dak is in his 30s, right? So let's just say you met her at 25. Let's just say he met her at 25, 26. Folks, how many bodies do you think she accumulated by 25? Looking this good. Come on, dude. She probably was on like 30, 35 bodies, 40 bodies. It's over. She can't bond with you. She can't pair bond with you anymore. You dudes are out here wifing whores, man, and then you wonder why it doesn't work. You can't wife a whore. They don't have an ability to pair bond with you. They don't. Anything more than a couple of bodies, folks, it's fries. I'm telling y'all, it's fries, bro. It's fried. Put the fries in the bag. It's over. Three is that's my max. I have to be, to me, right? For me to be able to wife you, you cannot have more than 2 bodies. If I'm not your third body or less, I can't wife you. I can't. Y'all be wondering why y'all be sitting here dating chicks and they just ghost you out of nowhere. They sleep with you and then they just ghost you. You take them on a date. You're like, yo, what happened? I thought everything went well. She's like, oh, I'm not feeling the connection. No, she just wants to keep getting clapped, man. She doesn't want to be tied down with you. She's lost her ability to pair bond. Folks, she has a breast augmentation. Come on, man. It's over. She got her titties done, folks. Look at her breasts. Those are not real. She's enhancing her sexuality to attract you niggas. And you niggas fall for the bait. That's all them titties are, is bait. It's like going fishing. When you go fishing, you need bait. These hoes is playing games, man. What do you think the BBL is for? The BBL is for bait. What do you think the titties are for? The titties are for bait. They bait you niggas in. They get you to do what they want you to do. And then they dip. See, you want to know what you niggas' problems are? Y'all are still operating with this mentality that women are good people. I'm going to say that again. The problem with a lot of you niggas, y'all are still operating with this mentality that women are good people. Y'all got to stop that. Y'all have to stop that shit, dude. 444 is real shit. You guys got to stop. And I get it. You know, we've been programmed. You know, it's been all the programming that we've consumed over the years. You know, they've always made the woman the victim. So by default, we just think that, like, you know, women are always like the victim in every situation. Folks, y'all can keep playing around if y'all want, bro. I don't even play these games anymore, gang. I can't get my heart broken. I can't get played. I can't get finessed. You can't finesse me. I know your playbook. I know your playbook. I'm like LeBron versus the Raptors back in the day. I know what plays y'all about to run. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you. Matter of fact, you ain't doing the right thing in your play. That's what LeBron was doing. He was telling DeMar DeRozan where he needed to be because he wasn't in the right spot. That's what I am. You can't run these type of plays on a nigga like me. You can't. We got CPA Joe. You say straight facts. Listen up. Fellas, good game. Folks, like I said, she's bad, man. I can't hate on her. She's bad. And that's you niggas' problem. That's your problem. Y'all all want baddies, dude. Let it go, dude. Go get somebody like your mama and call it a life, dude. That should be the new standard from here on out, bro. If you're ready to start a family, seriously, stop getting with baddies, dude. The baddie play is the baddie method is cooked, dude. It's fries. The baddie method is fries. Get you a solid 6 and call it a life, dude. The baddies are for, you know, for pleasure. Not for wifing. Go get you a solid 5 and 6, dude, and call it a life. Go start you a family, man. No, y'all want the 8s and the 9s, bro. It's fries. It's over. The baddie method is over. I mean, look at her teeth. Look at her teeth, folks. Fake teeth. Fake breasts. But yet y'all want real results. You want to pursue fake women, but you expect real results. Make it make sense. You pursue fake women and expect real results. You're a total bozo. You're a total bozo and you're a total goofy. And then you roll out the red carpet for some stranger. That's what you dudes are doing. And you want to know how I know you guys are simps? Because a girl would never do that for you. Think about it. Think about all these rich women, right? All these rich women, Kim Kardashian, all these hoes, right? Have they ever have they ever dated some broke dude and rolled out the red carpet for him? Put him on a private jet? Put him in a mansion? Put him on jet skis? Take him shopping? Give him pussy? Build his whole life up? Do women do that for you guys? Y'all do things for women that would never do the same things for you. And then you wonder why you get the results you get. Y'all would rather put a stranger on because that's what these women are to you when you meet them. They're strangers. You niggas will do more for a stranger ass woman than you would for your cousins and your close friends. And your mama and your family. Y'all want to roll the red carpet out for strangers that would never do the same for you. Do you think this chick, if she was up like Dak Prescott, if she was rich like Dak Prescott, do you think she would roll out the red carpet for Dak Prescott if he was broke, a certified wine specialist? You think she would roll out the red carpet for him? She say, ew, he's broke. She wouldn't want anything to do with you. Quit doing things for people that they wouldn't do for you. It says, following their furious dispute in the Bahamas, the relationship was said to be beyond repair, meaning she pulled the plug on the wedding. Prescott proposed to Ramos in October 24, 7 months after the birth of their first child. In 2025, they welcomed their second daughter to become a family of 4. TMZ claims the focus for Prescott and Ramos will be on co-parenting their 2 kids going forward after scrapping their wedding. The Cowboys superstar popped the question to his now ex-fiance after inking a $240 million contract extension. Folks, she don't need him. All she got to do is take him to court for child support. She can easily get 50, 60, 70,000 a month. Easily. And she can go back out into the marketplace and be the whore that she is with his money. She's going to use your money to go be a whore with other men with your money. And you guys still think being a good man. I mean, look at this, folks. She's out here playing golf butt naked, dude. She's out here playing golf butt naked, posing. Look at this, folks. She's posing with the cheeks out. She's posing with the cheeks out, dude. It's fries. Come on, man. She looked like a freak, too. She looked like a freak. Let's be honest, man. She looks like a freak, folks. Oh, yeah. She finna have a good old time. Oh, yeah. She finna be back out in them streets here soon, folks. Yeah, she broke up with you before the wedding. That means she really don't care. I mean, think about that for a second. before the wedding, she could have really just played her cards right and got married first. Stayed with you a little while longer and then left you. She want to get back out into the streets immediately. She went on that girl's trip. She probably, seen one of them stripper niggas or whatever. And she's like, yeah. Fuck getting married, man. Shit, we lit. We turned. What we get married for? That shit sound boring, man. Marriage, that sounds boring, man. We got Joshua. You said this is a sad story. Man, she secured the bag. Shaking my head. CPA Joe says she's itching. Yep, she's itching to get back into the streets. You said Dak thought he had one? Wow. He said this is a dead giveaway. Unbelievable, folks. Phone lines are open, man. This is a lesson for all you simps out there, dude. This is a lesson for all you simps out there. We got JJ. You said, I'm cool on the baddies. Mess with my last baddie last summer. It's not even worth investing in long term. Roland said, I don't think she would spit on you if you were on fire. Come on, man. Look at her friend. Look at her friend on the right of your screen, folks. Come on, man. She got her titties done too. They all have the same build, man. They all have fake titties. They all have lip injections, right? They all have BBLs. They all have fake teeth. They all get their nose done. They all have the same aesthetic, folks. They all have the same baddie aesthetic. Look at her friend on the right of your screen, folks, in the green bathing suit. She looks like a whore. Come on, man. If her friends are whores, she's a whore. He said fries. This nigga put the fries emoji in the chat. Put the fries in the bag, Dak. Here we go. Come on, man. I've been there, folks. I've messed with them. It's not even all that great. They don't even fuck the best. They do all that extra stuff. They don't even fuck the best. This is the real shit. You know who's gonna fuck the shit out of you? It ain't gonna be no 8 or no 9. It's gonna be a 6, dude. Real talk. It's gonna be a 6. The chick that's gonna give you the best sexual experience is gonna be a 6. It ain't gonna be that 9 that you fantasizing about. It's gonna be that 6 that really likes you. She's gonna fuck the shit out of you. This type of chick, bare minimum. She's gonna do the bare minimum in bed. And you're gonna have to pay for everything. She's never gonna offer to pay for anything. You gotta pay for everything. She's basically just gonna be a bill, another bill. That's why I don't chase after. Like, it's no point. I'm not chasing you. I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing. No, I'm not chasing bills, man. I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't chase bills, dude. That's insane. That's an insane concept. I'm not chasing a bill. You're either with it or you're not. I'm not chasing a bill. That's insane. You dudes out here chasing child support. That's what Dakota did. He chased child support. Wow, that's insane. We got 444. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Reg?
What's your thoughts on this story, man?
I mean, I listen. I 1,000% agree. It's always been an interesting topic watching athletes make these type of decisions. I still don't understand it till this day. How does a man have millions of dollars, but they make, when it comes to their choices of women, it's like they make some really horrible decisions. Like, I just don't understand it. You know, you would think when you don't have the money, you kind of have to navigate and be a little bit more, you know, you try to get more for your buck, right? But then you have the money and it's like they're not even trying to do that. They're just giving it away. They're just literally just giving it away. And they're giving it away to the type of individuals where I'm like, yo, the world is big, man. Like this whole baddie kind of thing, I'm like, you just said a key word. It's all artificial, right? So I don't even like, once women step into the realm of just that artificial realm, I'm like, they just lose all their value to me completely. Because it's like, what are you? You're just a copy of whatever stencil that's out there, right? Because that's really what it is, you know? So it's, and men, athletes buying into it is just crazy to me. It's just crazy. Like, because if it's truly about the physicality, then the globe is big. There's plenty of beautiful women out there you can just go have and not have to deal with the headache and all of that stuff. But trying to actually build a family, that's where it's like crazy to me. That's just wild, you know. So it's a funny subject, but it's good. It's a good subject though. I mean, a lot of stuff you're saying is just spot on.
Do you know who you know Cristiano Ronaldo, right?
Yes.
So his wife, I seen something the other day where I guess it was on Twitter. I seen it. I guess she like posted like a photo, like a sexually whatever charged photo, and a lot of people were saying like, you know, it doesn't matter. You can be the richest, most famous athlete, whatever, and your wife is still gonna be a whore. That's what they said on Twitter, and it's just like, in today's generation, I think you have to be way more choosy now than ever before, because with social media, with Instagram and dating apps and everything like that, bro, these chicks now they feel like I said this earlier, 444, right? Where are you gonna go after Dak Prescott? Like you can't upgrade from that. But I truly believe a lot of these chicks, especially this chick, in her mind, she probably feels like she's a celebrity, or she's on basically the same tier with him, to the point where it's like, I don't really need you. 30, 40 years ago, a chick is not leaving no dude that's making 60, 70 million dollars a year. But in 2026, bro, they don't even care about what you got anymore, because they got their own status and clout and followers, whatever. They start feeling like they're the celebrity. So it's just like, it's crazy what's going on out here, man. You know?
That's correct. I agree.
And then, like I said, now she's going to have the money. She's going to have the resources now to where, because you got to think, when you're in a relationship, right? I don't know what their arrangement is. I don't know if he gives her an allowance. I don't know if she's on the credit cards or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that when she spends, she's got to basically explain the spending to him, right? If they're on joint credit cards or whatever. But now, she's more than likely going to seek child support here soon. So now all that money that he's going to be paying her, she can now basically do whatever she wants with it now.
Correct. Yeah, man. 1,000% correct.
Yeah, it's a nasty game out here. We got Jesus. Shout out to Jesus. You said men need to learn from these guys. You can't date women nowadays. All they want is the money, and then they're out. Yeah, I mean, to me, and I don't know where 444 stands on it, but I don't know, man. I think the American method is kind of chopped. I don't know, man. Like, it might be chopped. I don't know, man. We got JJ. You said you see Curry's wife. Every time she speaks, she makes Curry look like a goofy. She's another one. She thinks that she's on his level, you know? a lot of these chicks really, y'all be thinking they like you, but in reality, they be envious of you. Like, that's what's going on with Steph and Aisha. She really envious of Steph and the attention and the clout or whatever that he has, and she wanted that.
What was you saying about the American? What you said? You said it might be flawed. What you say?
The American method, you know. I mean, it might be cooked.
What's the American method?
Dating these American chicks. It might be cooked.
So let me be honest with you, right? So,
shout out to Ty, by the way.
You know, when you think, somebody else want to speak, or I could be on standby.
No. He's in the chat.
Okay. What I think is this: when you think about the United States, it's a very, unfortunately, when you think of the United States, people focus on the popular cities, right? So in my mind, I think that the mentality in a lot of the popular cities, I think you get a lot of that, right? But then you take, like, for instance, I'm not saying it's completely perfect, but when you go to some places that are not so popular, very rural areas where the people are kind of having some of the traditional way of, like, kind of living and just looking at life and XYZ, you find somewhat of a different mentality. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's definitely a difference than a lot of these popular cities where people are kind of conditioned, programmed, or somewhat poisoned to a degree. So I do think the American perspective or dating is only toxic because everyone hyper focuses on honestly what's popular. Like, no one's really going to some small town in some no man's land and seeking out a type of woman who is just really kind of basic, man. Very basic, very simple, maybe grew up with just family values, live in a small town where everything is family oriented, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think the chances are just slightly a little better with that type of mentality. But people don't really seek that,
No, you make a good point, and that's a point that me and my homies have talked about as well. But here's my thinking on it, right? We live in America. America is the number one country, I would say, in the world, right? So that means that when it comes to everybody else, American men are number one, right? So because American men are number one, that means that we can go anywhere and we're number one. But for the women, it's a little bit different because they are the number one too. They're probably the richest and they make the most money and they're with American men as well. But if an American woman goes to, let's say, Brazil, is she gonna find a high earner like she probably could in America? Probably not, because they make far less money. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, because men are always dating down, I think we have more leverage across the globe. But I think if you remain on US soil, you're kind of having to, like, compete with, like, a lot of different factors now. Like, I think it's crazy 444 that a guy like Dak Prescott can't keep his hoe. To me, that's a little bit insane. Like, if Dak Prescott can't keep his hoe, then I mean, we're in a bad spot. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. If Dak Prescott, that's why I'm saying, when you're focusing on what society is highlighting, it's all a part of the game. These women are produced, right? They don't even realize psychologically they're signing up for the job, right? And what are the qualifications? As much artificial enhancements as you can. Fake boobs, BBLs, injections, extensions, no matter how you look at it, right? I'm saying Dak Prescott could have found, I'm going to be honest, he could have found if not the same, something that he could have literally, with his money, bring to that level, but coming from a complete different environment. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, these women they're done. They're destroyed. Their mindsets, their mentality is done. But I'm telling you, I've met some baddies, bro, that weren't baddies in the sense of when you know they didn't present that way. But if you have the foresight, you can see, wow, with a little bit of money and some time, a little bit of time, yeah. But I can bring a world to them.
I hear what you're saying, and I'm not all the way disagreeing with you, because I've made some of these points privately as well. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. But here's my thing. Let's just say hypothetically you're right. He goes and he goes and gets some chick from Idaho, right? And that's who he decides to marry, and not some chick from one of these major cities, right? What's going to happen is, though, and now because of social media, 444, everything is on the internet now. Like 15, 20 years ago, that's what we used to do. Like, we used to go to the mall. We used to go to, events, football games, whatever. That's how we would meet girls. Nowadays, people are meeting online. Nowadays, everything is digital. Now it's all about Instagram. If you ain't got a optimized profile, it's going to be hard for you. If you ain't got an optimized Hinge profile, it's going to be hard for you, because now everything is digital. So now in 2026, the chick that's in Idaho that lives in the middle of nowhere, 20 years ago, she would have been the ideal person, right, to like maybe wife up, because she's from a good family environment, whatever. But now that chick in Idaho, she's on her phone in Idaho, scrolling social media, scrolling TikTok, scrolling Instagram. She's listening to all these prostitutes give dating advice. She's internalizing it. She's watching these streamers, take these chicks out on shopping sprees for no reason. So now when you come along in her town, you're just a regular Joe Blow and you want to take her out for ice cream. She's not impressed by that because of the media she's consuming. So, but let's just say hypothetically, he gets a chick from Idaho. Well, she's now going to be in his life. So now she's going to be at the games with the rest of the wives, right? She's going to be at certain events and functions and everything like that. So that's where they broke up. I read the article 444. She broke up with Dak on a joint bachelorette trip. And she was with some of Dak's teammates, girlfriends, and wives. So that's what happens. They could be a perfectly good girl, but they're going to be influenced by the whores. It's almost inevitable.
And that's the reason why. So I didn't add this piece to it. Now, I do not agree with playing a part in destroying or bringing them into a toxic environment. The reality is that when you find something pure or something that hasn't been poisoned yet, it's your job as a man to keep them away from that. I don't believe in all that, like, they have to be wherever I am at. No, you're here for me. That you have one job to do is to make me happy consistently. I don't need you in the limelight. I don't need you at every event. I don't need none of that, because you don't understand the wolves. You don't understand that this is an agenda to pervert you and to turn you against me anyway. So you're mine's now. So you stay right there. I don't want to disrupt the wholesome environment that you grew up in. I just want to enhance it. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm not bringing them into, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say this is because anytime that I personally have, taken a woman outside of the wholesome environment that I met them in, and I thought that they could, it just never works because the evils are too great. It's too powerful. Women can't handle it individually. They're not built that way. Very few can handle it, but most women, they break under pressure over time. It's inevitable. If that makes sense.
No, I hear you. I mean, I've tried to do it for in relationships, bro. Like I've tried. Like I hear you. I agree with you. I've tried. It's almost impossible though in today's era, bro, because of the phone, man. The phone is the gate. I'm telling you, bro. The phone is the gateway to hell, bro.
But yo, that's what I'm saying, Reg. For me, all of that stuff eliminates for me though. I minimize all of that, bro. Like for me, one of my requirements is this. Hey, listen, one of my requirements, 100%. We're not gonna be at dinner. You're snapping photos of the food. Like I start to deprogram. If they have that program, I start to deprogram them as long as they're going to be with like, you're not gonna do that. And if you can't handle it, then you can go. Like I'm not gonna play part in the whole toxic game. You know what I mean? Like we're not snapping photos of our food. We're not doing it. We're not taking, no. Like I don't get down like that. And so I promote that with them because you're right. It's a gateway to straight hell. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like it's sad, bro. It's literally social media that is their daddy. That is their program.
Yeah, like I've tried it, bro, and it's like eventually they go back to it. You know what I mean? Even if like you can get them to like I'm gonna be honest. I've had girls like I'm like, yo, you gotta unfollow everybody. That you gotta unfollow every dude you unfollowing, and they'll do it in the moment. Like especially if they like you, they'll do it in the moment. They'll pretend like, you know, they can do that type of stuff or whatever. But after a while, I noticed when we broke up, a lot of niggas got back refollowed again. It's just like, I hear what you're saying, but it's like, come on, in 2026, bro, you're gonna be labeled as like a controlling, crazy ass nigga if you come in with some of these type of demands, 444. Cause you wanna know what she gonna say when you tell her all that stuff? She gonna go tell her friend. And then the friend gonna be like, oh girl, leave him. You can do better than that. He's controlling, he's this, he's that. And then it's gonna be like, it's gonna be fries.
wait, hold on, Red. My phone went out for a second. You said in 2026, you're gonna be labeled as what?
You're gonna if you try to implement some of the rules that you're talking about, I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna go tell their friends, and the friend is gonna be like, oh girl, you leave him. Like, no, he's controlling. You don't need that. You're a queen. You're a boss. Clock it. And then it's going to be fries for you. Like, she going to hit you with that text, and then it's going to be fries.
So, I mean, I agree with you. Okay, I do.
It's 444. I don't know how long if you're in a relationship or if you're not, or how long you've been in a relationship.
I have a wife. I have a wife.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, how long you been married for?
I've been married for 6 years, but we've been together for about 10.
So 444. I got into a relationship in like 2016, right? When I tell you 10 years ago in the dating game, bro, like if I could tell you how much different things are from just now to 10 years ago, 2016, it's crazy how much different it is, bro. These chicks nowadays, bro, they are ruthless. Like they are ruthless. They used to be a whole lot pleasant to deal with, whole lot nicer. These days, 444, I'm telling you, bro, they don't give a fuck about nothing. I promise you, bro. It's crazy out here. It's a crazy game being played in 2026, bro.
No, it's just, I mean, what you're saying is facts. I mean, I see it, you know, I see it 100%. But no, but what you were talking about being labeled, no, I agree with you. I mean, that's the thing though. The women they're under a psyops, right? So my thing is that if I'm going to be dealing with women, I understand that I have to psyop. I have to kind of run my own psyop to unpsyop. You follow me? So like, this is where we're at with 2026, man. Like men have to take the position to run their psyops, and that's what I run. I don't care. I mean, I've been labeled as like I'm just gonna be straight up. I've had women tell me straight up, like, yo, you're really psychologically fucking with me. And I'm like, yeah, because you're already being psychologically fucked with. I have good intentions though. Like, I have good intentions.
Yo, that is funny, bro. That's funny, bro. That's actually hilarious, bro. This man said he gotta run his own psyop. No,
you gotta run your own psyop, bro. You have to. You have to. You have, and I do it, and I don't feel no way about it because I have good intentions. So for me, it's like women are delicate. They're precious. They're designed to take information in. They are the number one consumers in life. So their whole dynamic, their biologic, is all about receiving information. So once I understand that, it's my job to give the information. So that's why the evils, they know we're going to pump women with misinformation. And guess what? They'll do whatever we want them to do. And that's what's been happening. So for me, when I'm dealing with women, I understand that their main goal, their desire is to receive information. And I got to run that information, man. And I got to psyop it, bro, because it's too crazy nowadays. Before, I feel that women fundamentally, they were able to recognize good from evil. I think now evil is packaged in such a way that and it's packaged packaged specifically for women. It triggers like their trigger points. It's like, so now it's on a whole nother level. So now I got to use the same trigger points and just, give them that real information. They don't even know it sometimes, but it is what it is.
Nah, I agree with you 1,000% on that. And like I said, bro, it's what it is too. 444. It's a daily thing. It's not a thing where it's like I'm gonna run this play, I'm gonna run this program, and like, no, it's a daily thing. It's because being on your phone and society, everything, it's all daily, damn near. Like, you have to stay on top. Let
me give you an example, Reg.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example, Reg. So, like, for instance, like I could do many things, right? So, for instance, like I can cook. So when I meet a woman, let's look at my wife, for instance. When I first met her and she found out that I could cook, naturally she's like, yo, I want you to cook all the time. You know what I did? Even though I don't have a problem doing that, I knew that I could not commit to doing that. I'm like, no, you're going to cook. I don't care if I can cook because that's the psyop. Like, no, because if I cook, it is going to paint a false type of reality that I know that you're not going to be able to understand or appreciate. So for the sake of the greater good, I will refrain from cooking and I will force you to have to cook because I don't want you caught up in the bull crap that you're seeing on social media, because that simp mentality is very real. And that it makes it difficult for men who just genuinely like to do nice things, want to do good things. I have to purposely now intentionally monitor the good that I do, because I understand that the women that I'm dealing with sometimes, because of the toxicity that they're in, they can sometimes work against you. Sometimes it's not their own intention to do that, but it's because of this, how they're designed, right? So that's what I mean by like running my own psyop. So even though I know how to cook, you won't catch me in the kitchen cooking like that. No. When I cook, it'll be a surprise. You'll never know what's coming, right? It will never be, I got a man that he cooks for me all the time and no. Your job, your responsibility, you go and cook, and that's just what it is. I don't even care if it's not even good. You're going to cook because this is where the learning has to happen. You know what I mean?
Nah, I hear you, man. It's a never-ending, battle, it's a never-ending game. I'm of the mindset that I'm like, yo, bro, like if you got one and like, you like her, she like you, and y'all get along and all that, that's, in today's generation in the States, like that's a blessing. You should definitely do your best to keep it, because I'm telling you, the streets now, boy, you it's crazy out here. Like I'm the same conversation I'm having with you right now, I have it with my homies, and yeah, it's wild, bro. The things that are going on. You know, if you come out here and you're just like, you know, wide-eyed and naive, you're gonna get taken advantage of, bro. As a man.
I agree.
So yeah. So real quick though, but okay. What about my theory though on that? As an American man, you have more leverage overseas. What's your theory on that? What's your thoughts?
Reg.
Yeah.
Reg.
Yo.
You said as an American man you have more options. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said, what's your thoughts on me saying that, like, as an American, you probably have more leverage?
I agree. I agree with that. 100%. Yeah. I agree with that, of course. 1,000%.
I just think their culture is just different, bro. Like, I think in, like, I'm not saying in every country or every city across the world it's just completely different, but I do think in certain cultures, the women are different, you know, and they value things that women used to value. It seems like in America in 2026, to me, it feels like a lot of women are competing with men. They want to do what men do. They want to be like men. And I think that's where the disconnect is a lot of the time in relationships. You know, it's like, oh, if I cheat, it's like if I cheat, now you want to go cheat. It's like, no, you're not supposed to go be a whore just because I cheated. You know what I mean? Or just, I'm obviously that's an extreme example, but like, you know, that's what I'm saying now. You know, now these chicks want to be boss babes and they want to be, you know, they want to be millionaires and billionaires now. It's like they don't want to be women anymore. You know?
Yeah, I think what you're saying is correct. But I've also seen these countries. Well, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of the women in these countries, they're peeping game now, so they are understanding that there's leverage. Because what some men do with some of these countries that never had a beautiful woman, the women in these countries are starting to recognize that their beauty is the leverage, right? So it's not all peaches and cream sometimes when it comes to that, but you know, with some searching and some you know, some real strategic kind of picking, yeah. I mean, I agree, because I know plenty of individuals that have done that. I've seen some good stories. I've seen some bad stories.
I don't know if you ever seen that show 90 Day Fiance.
Yes, I do. I know. I'm familiar.
Yeah, I used to watch that show years ago. So yeah, I know the horror stories that you're talking about, but yeah, like I said, I've got people that I know personally that, you know, they go overseas and, you know, they say it's just completely different, you know. I just think it's the mindset of these women. Because like I said, I mean, where are you going to go from Dak Prescott? Like, was the fight that bad that you can't reconcile? Like, what was this fight about? Like, who?
Well, you know where she's going to go. She's in the pool of athletes now. Listen. All these women that date athletes, they're when they leave one athlete, they go with another athlete. That's what's going to happen. Another athlete is going to get his turn. That's it. She's going to be exclusively for other athletes. This is why it's kind of disgusting with these athletes. I'm just like, yo, how are you guys dating the same girl? Like, is the vagina that good? Like, how are you guys dating the same dot? You got money. You can have been initiated, man. She's done. She's good. Listen, believe it or not, she's a prize for another athlete. They're like, oh wow, yep, another one hit the market. Like, this is what they're gonna do.
But this is what I'm talking about though, 444, when I talk about the American woman's mindset. You know? It's like, to me, that's just a crazy mentality, bro. It's like, bro, you would think, right? Like, and I'm not saying Dak is perfect. I'm not saying he's a perfect guy. You know, we don't know what he could be like behind the scenes, right? So I'm not fully absolving him from, you know, accountability in this situation. But it's like, bro, y'all were engaged. Y'all been dating for years. Y'all were engaged for almost 2 years. Y'all about to get married next month. And now
2 children, too.
Right, with 2 kids. So he couldn't have been that bad if you had 2 kids with him. So my thing is, what was the argument so... What was the argument? How was the argument so bad, right, on both of y'all's bachelorette party that you're like, you know what? I don't want to be with this guy anymore. To me, man, that's just like that's a sign of these chicks' mentalities. Like before, like, cause I've had relationships, right, where it's like I could do the most fucked up shit to the girl, and like she'll cry or whatever, but she'll like still like we'll you know we'll still end up being together. It's like nowadays, it's like, bro, it's like.
So what do you call that, Reg? What do you call that when you just what you just described, and she still wants to be with you? What do you call that? What is that? Why?
I would say it's an attachment.
Yeah, you running your own psyop, brother. That's what it is.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
understand
it's like, and that's the problem. It's like this is why I say you can't even take a girl seriously after a certain amount of bodies, because they lose that ability. Because like I said, if you have 2 kids by a man, he's making 70 million dollars. How do you just throw that away over an argument? What could he have said? What could he have done to make you be like, you know what? I'm done with you forever.
Yeah, so I agree with you though, and so when you go back to the American thing, now what I will say, as it relates to the American society, the knowledge behind the system behind child support is what I'll be straight up with you. If things went back to what they were originally in history, when we're talking about children, mothers, and fathers, it never fundamentally it was that way. Children that wasn't automatically given to the mothers. Back originally, it was never like that in the United States. That was something that was changed to that. So, and that's another conversation. But if people do their research, they will find out that this whole idea of child support, it never was like that before. So to answer your question, because of the system behind child support, children, mothers, and how that works out, that's why she can throw that away. Because think about it. She can have 2 children and probably make, like you said, $60,000 a month in child support, $30,000 a month in child support. It's easy. Think about that. She's pretty much good. What else does she need? That's the true definition of having cake and eating it too.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, when they have these friends and they're influenced by social media, because I'll be on Twitter, right? And like I'll see like videos that girls be posting on TikTok, because I don't really use TikTok, but like people will repost them on Twitter, and it'll be like these chicks, they're talking about everything, like dating and hinge dates and what a guy should do, and if he doesn't do this, break up with him, stop talking to him. And it's just like, bro, when you're consuming all this content 24/7, it's just like, I just feel like it just plays a role in like the way these people move now, the way they think, how they behave.
I agree.
I just think
I agree.
She's probably been so influenced by social media, TikTok, Instagram, her friends. Dak didn't stand a chance, And like you said, if he's
too
not,
much power.
Exactly, and like you said, if he's not running his own psyop, if he's not deprogramming her, then yeah, you're toast, dude. You're not gonna be able to compete with her friends, and
you can't.
Yeah, they have more influence over her life than you do.
There you go. That's it.
So that's why I say 444. It might just make more sense for you dudes to go to some little favela down there in Brazil somewhere.
Let me tell you something, yo. Yeah, like I say, you go down into the favelas and be thinking those women are dumb. Them women are not dumb. I know a Brazilian girl, yo. She would tell me the stories, man. What they care about is they want to sleep on a pillow full of money. That's something that's a going joke. Like they want the money too, man. But I will say you can find, like, if you, like I say, an unpopular city, an unpopular town in Brazil, that's not popular, nobody cares about. Oh yeah, you'll meet a nice wholesome woman for sure.
Yeah, me personally, I would just I feel like a lot of the qualities that women need to have, they just don't possess them anymore. Like humility is one of them. I think now too, because of like social media and Instagram and like these photos, it's like these chicks think they're models. They just have like this inflated ego about themselves now. You know what I mean? It's like there's no more humility. I'm serious, bro. Like you'll go out, bro. You'll talk to these chicks, bro. Like a chick will have like 600, 700 followers, 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers. But it's like because she got, all these simps trying to hit her up and all this, it's like she thinks she's a shit. I'm telling you, bro, like it's just crazy out here, bro. So it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like maybe if you go to like, different country where they're just like a little bit more humble, maybe she's sleeping on a cot somewhere. Maybe she's got to go outside for water. She's got to, you know what I mean? She doesn't have fresh running water or something. I just feel like maybe they just be a little bit more humble. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand. I agree. I mean, but I used to always say, though, circumstances also can be a little bit false leading, right? Because you take somebody that grew up in a situation like that, and then you think that they're actually humble, and then you take them out of that situation, and then you realize that they're actually like really bad people, right? And that they were only being humble and nice and sharing because of the circumstances, right? So that's also something that we got to kind of look at. Sometimes circumstances can be false leading. People sometimes are forced to behave a certain way because of the circumstances. It doesn't really mean that that's who they are as a person. Case in point, you could take somebody that grew up in, I don't know, I see it all the time, like, grew up in a certain an impoverished country or whatever it may be. If they all slept in the same room, they all shared food. The same family moves to America now. They're making money, and all of a sudden now they don't talk to each other. They don't share. They're actually doing everything to steal from each other, and vice versa. Like I seen it,
Nah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's just, it takes a while to, vet them and, see who they are when shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? That's when you kind of figure out who people are. Cause like I said, when everything's going good, when the private jet is fueled up and, you taking them shopping and it's all smiles, that's when, everything's all good. And then, when adversity strikes, that's when you find out what these people are made of for real. It's like sports, it's literally like sports. It's like, what happens, when the lights come on, who are you, what happens when the playoffs start, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So yeah, I agree with you though. It's a interesting conversation to have, man. But yeah, like I said, Dak, it looks like it might be over. Who knows though? They might get back together. 444. You may never know. She might come to her senses and realize, she might want to get back with him, or she might just say, "Fuck it, cash out." It's like going to the casino. You're up. You cash in your chips and you go home. She might cash in her 60, 70, 80,000 a month and want her freedom back.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
But nah, good call though, 444.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for having me, man. Later.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, shout out to 444, man. Good insight, folks. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Twitter, man. We still got over 230 people over on Twitter. shout out to y'all. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Shout out to everybody still on YouTube listening. But yeah, folks, that's all I got, man, on Dak Prescott, man. That's all I got on this one. I will catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, man. Y'all stay safe out here. Peace.
First time in a long time.
I will tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespectful bitch.